Gray, the #1 trusted relationship expert, the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. What many people don't know is that John Gray spent 9 years as a celibate monk and the personal assistant to the founder of Transcendental Meditation. During this time, he learned powerful meditation practices and techniques, which he has developed and refined for the last 50 years. He now brings us his resonance, wisdom, and energy every week on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. on the Soul Search Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Join us every Wednesday.
And welcome to our Radiant Mind Meditation. And this is a manifestation meditation today. It's the new year, and it's a time of new hopes, aspirations, a time of connecting to what we want and feeling our confidence that we're in the process of making that happen. And the key here is the feeling of the confidence, which leads to excitement. So I'm going to be talking about getting to that place of confidence and excitement. It's the excitement that draws into your life more of what you want. Emotionally, it's like an attractive force, just pulling it in and motivating us to make use of what comes into our life. Both those things have to come together. There's the attraction and then the motivation to use that. Now, I watched a video of a study that was done on children in a classroom. And, you know, a classroom, half the class is on one side, half the class is on the other. Maybe there's 60 people, so 30 on the right, 30 on the left. They gave them a simple problem, which is a few letters to make a word and rearrange it to make another word. And they said, now begin. And when you have the answer, raise your hand. Well, they begin, and suddenly somebody puts their hand up, somebody else puts their hand up, somebody else puts their hand up, and some are not putting their hand up. How would you feel? They got it right away, and you didn't get it. And particularly, it's the people on my right side that were putting their hands up, putting their hands up, putting their hands up. People on the left side, no hands went up at all. And then they repeat it, same thing happens. And imagine you're on the left side and you're like, hey, you know, you're not aware of that nobody on your side is getting it. What you're just aware of is those people over there are so quick and so fast. And what happened to me? And then on the third one, the people on the right get it faster than the people on the left. Many of the people on the left do get it when a new problem. Well, then afterwards they explained that the two groups were given a different problem. And the group that didn't raise their hands, they had a problem that couldn't be solved. There was no solution to it. And the people on the right had an easy problem solution. So they're raising their hand right away. It wasn't hard at all. And so what they found is that because 2 times this one group, they couldn't solve it, they were unable to solve it, or they were slow to solve it, whereas the group that had achieved success the first 2 times got it right away. And so one of the things that dampens our ability to manifest is the lack of belief. We compare ourselves to others, and when others have more than us, or when others do it better than us, or when others have an easier time than us, we end up feeling that we can't do it and that they're better than us. And when others have more and you have less, it's very easy to feel they're better than you and you're not good enough, because our brain thinks in a duality. Well, if you're so good, then and I'm not, and I must not be as good as you. And that creates a feeling of blocked. You lose all enthusiasm and excitement. You don't believe that I can do it because already you have evidence that you can't. And that's our whole life growing up. We see others having more than us, do better than us. And so this part of us goes into, I can't. And this goes into our beliefs. our beliefs are, so, well, others can do it and I can't do it, or I'm not ready to do it, or I take too long to do it, or nobody will believe me, and so forth, or support me. And as opposed to, if that person can do it, I can do it. If that person can do it, I can do it. And that's just a different way of comparing. It's just a different attitude. I remember when I was growing up, there was a boy whose mother was in the news and a lot, and they lived in the biggest house in Texas. And they lived 10-minute drive from my house. And the boy who was my age, that has many children, but the boy that was my age, they moved into town and everybody excluded him because he was like so rich and famous. And they're kind of like, oh, he's just a rich person. And, when you see somebody with a lot of abundance or whatever, we go, oh, they must have cheated to get it. Oh, they're not a good person. Oh, they think they're so much better. Oh, they won't want to be friends with us. You can feel hurt when you see someone with more, because immediately you feel rejected. Feel rejected because they'll think they're unworthy of them. So a lot of emotional issues go in. And I remember changing a lot every time I saw somebody. And I was inspired by some tape I heard 50 years ago. Reverend Ike was his name. He was all about abundance thinking. He says, when you see somebody with something more than you, so you say, that's for me. That's for me. Rather than get held back with a thought of being mad at them, being jealous of them, being judgmental of them. Look at the good that you want to have in your life and go, that's for me. That's for me. And it won't work right away, but you start to feel really good. It starts to feel, yeah, they deserve that. They can have that. I hope they enjoy that. And that's really feeling happy for the happiness of others, and to whatever extent they have it. And that's real love. That's real friendship, as opposed to always comparing and putting people down, who have more. You find some reason to put them down. I used to do this with authors. I'd see their books. Oh, but this book doesn't do this and this and this. I should be number one. They're not number one. Finally, I worked that through and became number one in my field and so forth. So that was great. It was practicing, that's for me, that's for me. I wish the best for others. And I too can have that. I can have. But how do you change these beliefs? There's so many good systems out there where people are helping people with this. So we all have our different approaches, or the same approach. But if we look at where the beliefs are formed, hard to change beliefs. But if you can go back in time and feel the emotions that you felt when you were a child, when somebody had something and you didn't, when life felt unfair, or when you felt sad, or you felt angry, or you felt afraid, they can do it, I can't do it, I'm not ready to do it, I'm not smart enough, I'm not big enough, I'm not pretty enough, whatever it is. We all have these not enough, because the brain is always comparing. And to whatever extent our parents are doing that, we tend to come into this world doing that, because all of our beliefs are formed by watching our parents, feeling our parents, connecting with our parents. We're very telepathic as children. I watched this in my little 2-year-old, how she just knows everything that's going on, as long as you don't interfere with that natural telepathy, because that's how they learn to speak. They just absorb it from their mother, particularly your mother, but other scenes around, and they form beliefs, and they form ways of reacting to things and so forth. So whenever you have a negative emotion, or a negative state, or a stress state, there's a belief in there that's too limited. It's a limited belief, and they will persist the rest of your life, whatever formed at an early age, but it can be changed. And the brain has a mechanism of letting go of limiting beliefs. It will automatically happen, but you have to go back to the state of mind that you had when you formed the belief, and the state of mind you had when most of our beliefs were formed. They're certainly affirmed later in life. I knew it, that would happen again. I knew it, or I'm afraid to speak out. And then, so you always hold yourself back. Every time you hold yourself back because of fear, you're affirming there's something to be afraid of. And you're always afraid because of the place of, well, I don't deserve, or I'm not good enough, or people don't love me, or other people are more lucky, or I'm a bad person. These kind of thoughts. So how there's a mechanism of self-correction. We just have to unlock the key. And once we unlock that key, then our power of manifestation, you just see some people, they get what they want. And you kind of go, Why am I not doing it? Do I not deserve it? Is something wrong with me? Well, they have a different childhood, or they're using tools to change their childhood, because you can change the effects of your childhood. If you understand what science now teaches us, is that children, to most part, during the first 7 years of life, as the brain's developing, our brain is in the theta state. There's the alpha state, more creative state. There's other states, beta state and delta state, have the different states of consciousness at that time. And the theta state is, as adults, even when we go into dream state, imaginary state, we go into theta. And it's in theta is where we formed all of our beliefs, as you know, because during those first 7 years, how we experience the world, our relationship to the world, who our parents are, who other people are, how the world is. The brain is developing so fast. It's so fast. And then it tapers down as teenagers, kind of like whatever didn't get used, whatever wasn't necessary in your brain to get what you want, just sort of dissipates. But a baby brain is just so much more active than adults, and changing and growing and absorbing new information, hungry for information all the time. And so in that theta state, that's a state of emotion. When we're in emotional state, there's always a belief. When we're in a happy emotional state, there's a belief that I can and I will, and I'm doing it, and I have what I need, and all kinds of optimistic feelings is one type of state. And those feelings, and we could look at maybe the four most important feelings, is to feel grateful and happy. Usually when a child is happy, they're feeling grateful. But what you see is the happiness. But they're just so happy to see you. They're excited to see you. They're having fun. They're self-motivated, which is a form of confidence. They're taking risks. They're doing things all the time. They're learning. They're looking. And certainly we can block that so easily. And we do. Children lose their confidence. They lose their courage. They lose their gratitude, their happiness, their joy. All these positive feelings, gradually they get dimmed down. And when we meditate, we go into a theta state. We go to alpha state, but then if we bring emotions into our meditation, then we're going into the theta state. And that's what we do in part of our radiant mind meditation. Is we go from the alpha state, which is feeling the energetic flow of energy. And then we start moving that energy out and let it go into the form of negative emotions from our childhood, bringing it back to our childhood. That's called looking at what's bothering me today and see how you relate to it from your past. And just feeling the emotion anyway is going to help put you in theta to change beliefs. But it's even more powerful if you go back to childhood. Remember childhood experiences and what you felt at that time, and then lovingly transform those feelings by being a parent to yourself and hearing the feelings. That's all it takes, hearing the feelings and loving and reassuring that part of you. And automatically your brain will shift the beliefs that were formed, those limiting beliefs that were formed at that time. The brain does an automatic self-correction. It's like if I cut myself, automatically without any conscious thinking, my body will heal that if all the ingredients of health and vitality and age are there. As people get older, they lose that capacity to heal themselves. All of that comes from that child theta state where we're feeling emotion. And always when we're feeling the negative emotion, be aware of that with the intention to feel it and let it go. And so this manifestation meditation helps us to let it go and renew the feelings of gratitude and happiness and confidence and excitement. And I'll just say at the beginning of the year, so many people take this time to, let go of the past. And often if you have accumulated extra weight on your body, for some people, that's an issue. It's always an issue for me because I go through the Christmas and I have a lot of junk food, not too much, but just enough to gain 5 or 10, this time 20 pounds. and how to let go of that, to come back to your ideal shape as close as you can come to that. And that gives so much excitement, because what you see is, I can do this. It's once you follow the procedure, then you can do it. Now, I'm not going to talk about that procedure of losing weight, but if you feel you have extra weight, one of the most profound things you can do for your brain is to be on the side of the room that goes, yes, I can do it. You get excited. Everybody loses weight, becomes excited, and excited, enthusiastic, motivated is the necessary feeling to draw in energy. If your goals are clear and you are drawing in energy, if you're excited about it, if you're enthusiastic about it. And so it takes a moment, some anchor of where you feel I can do. And so one of the big stumbling blocks, particularly in our modern world, because of all the toxicity in the food, is we gain weight, and the body gains weight in order to store those toxins so they don't go into the organs. But if you lose weight, you can, through eliminating that toxicity and just a little bit of fasting, various programs of losing weight. We have a program of losing weight, just to remind everybody, which is if you go to marsvenus.com and you go to the bottom of the page, which is contact us, you'll come to a form that says you want wellness support for losing weight. And then just send us a note saying, I want this help. We'll guide you, help you. We'll recommend the best products that I use. And you do that. You can put your email in. It's a little harder for us to contact you, but if you put your phone number in, we can contact you easier usually, and guide you in what we believe to be, what I believe to be the most easy, most efficient way to lose 10 pounds in a month, sometimes 25 pounds in a month. And you just feel so excited. Okay, there has to be that undoing of being on the side of the classroom, the have-nots, looking at, oh, those people are smarter than me, they're better than me. Doesn't have to be smarter, better, have more, Mercedes, whatever. It's all about money. It's all about when your body, when you're walking around feeling like, oh, I can't lose weight, I can't lose weight. Well, I seem to be gaining weight. That big, I can't, on a most profound physical level. And then suddenly you can, boom. So what I've noticed is, to manifest, we need to be knowing what we want and be grateful for what we have, happy for the life that's going on around us, confident that we can achieve our goals. And then the essence of all those three things together is excitement. And the opposite of excitement is an apathetic, depressed person who's never going to attract into their life what they're wanting, or it's hard to do that, put it that way. And I never say never, theoretically. So this meditation is to connect with our higher energy, the divine energy, feel it in our bodies, and we'll do a body scan. And we'll use something, a frequency, to the energy will flow, and you can choose your frequency. You can be by the ocean and feel the water. You can put your feet in the sand and feel the earth. You can mentally think about going into the earth, grounding energy. Water energy, being in the flow. But for abundance, I like to use gold. So this is my golden ball. You'll see, if you look at I think it's the Russian culture and the Indian culture, they all have these balls, because ultimately it's symbolic of the torus field that's around us. There's an expansive field around us. You want to bring in all the levels of that, from the imagination level to the etheric level, to all the way into your body, into your mind. So all your different bodies are resonating. And this is my favorite one for manifestation of abundance in my life. It's got diamonds, it's got a ruby, it's got gold. This one has a symbol on it, Om symbol, which is the unmanifest. The idea of the Om is we're becoming conscious of what's unmanifest inside of us, the power to heal, the power to create, the source of life that we're doing every moment. We're just not aware of it. We're not conscious of that energy that's keeping us. But once you become conscious and you could feel the energy, when you can feel something, you can be conscious of it. Because I can feel my arm, I can move it around. I can choose what to do, what direction to go. If I was to have anesthesia, I can't move my arm. If I can't feel it, I can't control it. It's not a part of me. It becomes separate from me. So what's part of me, I can change. I can choose to go here or there. I can choose to be talking right now, or I can choose to close my eyes and go into this meditation. You see, this is all choices that we have. We can direct because we're in control to a great extent of what goes on inside of us. And the more we're connected to our body, that's why we do our body scan. The more we have control over fully allowing the body to relax and come back to its healing state, just with the intention and to return to that frequency in our body, which is connected to source energy. And that helps us to feel the excitement that what we have is on its way. So we're going to think about what we want today. It's what you do, goal setting and so forth. We're just going to look at what we want, what we want, what we want. And then we're going to imagine, okay, what it would look like. And then we're going to imagine how it would make us feel. And then we imagine from that place of how it makes us feel. We affirm at that point. That makes me feel this, happy, safe, great. And then we affirm, I am grateful and I am happy and why I'm happy and why I'm grateful. And then I'm confident and I'm excited. And with those ideas, then we sink into just an affirmation of I am. And this is actually bringing the energy up to the crown chakra. So we're kind of going through the energetic bodies as we do this. So this is a fun exercise. It's a delightful meditation to do together. So that's the introduction to this. We want to come back to this place of return to the source, where if we depend on that source, as opposed to depending on the little me, but to the big me, the other me, the source where I come from, we all come from, then we can pull that energy in to draw in and manifest what we're wanting, holding in our mind's eye. So using the frequency of gold. So the prayer always, something looks like this is, dear God, supreme energy, divine energy, that which transcends all limiting beliefs, that which is all knowing, all possible. So I call that God. Okay, so dear God, and then our hearts are open to you. It means we're ready to feel your presence, and we invite it to come into our awareness. It's always there. It's all, the energy is there. We ask for it to come, and then our hands begin to tingle, our palms begin to tingle. We slowly bring our hands together, and this is where we set our intention and fill us with your love and light and your miraculous healing power, your miraculous manifestation power, that we attract into our lives great abundance this year, that we achieve our goals, that we are motivated, that we are happy, that we are excited. Please bring that energy into our life. So that's our intention, which we bring our hands together, not yet fully touching, just feeling the space between our hands. And then we slowly pull our hands apart and move them back. And if your eyes are still open, your hands are coming apart. You can see I just do this very slowly. Then you palpate a little bit. It means move it. It's kind of like a elastic feeling of pulling apart and then coming together. And you can feel an energy, the space between your hands. You feel the tingling in your palms, and then go to your fingertips, go to your palms, go to your fingertips. Now, I should say something for people who do this exercise with me on a regular basis. If you're not actually feeling the energy, the sensation, it could be a numbness, it could be heat, it could be a tingling. Tingling is when to start to feel the energy, excitement. The cells are all vibrating. And then we have to set our intention when we feel that energy. We go, okay, what frequency do we want it to be? So we want the frequency, and you can just imagine, surrounded by golden bars, gold, radiant gold, stacks of gold, just say 44 bars of gold right in front of you. And our intention is using this gold, this frequency, send your angels of abundance, of light, of love, of success. And we call angels are just concepts, principles, or you can imagine light beings, however you want to hold on to it. So using this gold frequency, Send your angels of love and light, of abundance, and success, and happiness and joy, blessings. You're drawing that energy in. And then the movement for that is we go from our hands outwards to we're offering what frequency, use this frequency. And then your hands come around like this to your waist, and to relaxed position, palms up. And that symbolizes, okay, comes around is right now, divine energy, send your angels to do it. I don't have to do anything, because we want support. We want people to do for us. We want things to come to us. And then we say, thank you. And you just sit there and you feel the energy. And then we do a body scan. So we're going to begin now. Close your eyes. And take a relaxing breath, maybe 3 breaths as your hands are in the air, with the intent that you begin to feel the energy. Notice your hands begin to tingle as you hold them up high. Your fingertips begin to tingle. And we just associate that awakening with opening our mind to our source, to the higher self, to the divine, that which transcends all of our negative beliefs, which is pure positive energy. So, dear, pure positive energy, we open our hearts to you. Our arms go out. And when your arms go out like this, you can imagine you have a big bubble of light around you that stretches out to the length of your arms. So, dear God, our hands go up. Our hands slowly come out. Our hearts are open to you. And then we bring our awareness back in as our hands come to the shoulder level. Dear God, our hearts are open to you. Please come. And now bring your hands together as you set your intention, not touching. Slowly. And fill us with your love and light. Bless us with the fulfillment of our intentions and our goals for this new year, that we have greater abundance, happiness, joy, love, excitement. And you just say these little intentions, and you just wait and you see how the universe responds. Just notice what the reaction is in your fingertips and your palms. Notice how you feel. Get a sense of the bubble around your body, your energetic field, torus field. You can TORUS. Later on, you can do Google searches to look at torus fields. We all have them around our body. We just don't see them with our eyes, but we can learn to feel it. So that's setting our intention. So we'll do the movements again. Dear God, divine energy, our hearts are open to you. Please come. When you put your hands like this, think of a little child sleeping. They'll often put their hands like this, just a receptive mode, allowing. Just that feeling of allowing. Take me over, come into my heart. Please come. And hands coming together with your intention, asking for help. Fill us with your love and light as your hands slowly come together. Bless this year. Help me to feel the desire, strong desire to achieve our goals. Help to guide us. Help to manifest this into our life. Use this golden frequency. You can imagine a ball of golden white light. You can imagine 40 bars of gold in front of you, gleaming, beautiful gold, a symbol of abundance. And hands out, and then circle around. Right now, using this gold frequency, send your angels of abundance, light, love, wisdom, motivation, enthusiasm, all that good energy. Send it to me now. Right now, using this gold frequency. Thank you. And then we open our palms up in a relaxed position to receive. Thank you, God. Thank you for sending your angels. Thank you for the blessings for this new year. Just let the energy flow into you. Thank you with your help by your healing angels using this gold frequency. I'm filled with radiant golden white light to help remove any blocks to receiving more in my life, in our lives. So as the energy is flowing in, we now, in this nice relaxed position, we ask that using this gold frequency, these golden bars that we imagine in front of us, using these frequencies, take away anything that keeps us from feeling abundant. Took away any old blocked energy, any feelings of I can't do that, I don't want to do that, I don't want to work hard. Because you set your intention. God doesn't do it all. God does it through you, through your work, through your actions, through your taking risks, through your feeling love, for your feeling, doing all the work. When negative thoughts are there, let them go and take a step. When you take one step, God takes 10 steps or 9 steps to you. The universe responds to you committing yourself to action. So right now, the action is to do a search of what negative emotions are holding us back. As long as you have any negative emotions hidden inside, it's holding you back. Those negative emotions are blocked divine energy that needs to be used through action, through interaction, through reaction, through response. So it needs to be moved. So right now, before we move that energy out of our body, let's fully bring in energy everywhere where it can come. So we do a body scan in this relaxed position of energy flowing in through our fingertips. We feel a tingling. Our hands, imagine our hands beginning to glow in a white light. And it's getting brighter and brighter. And let that light now travel to your palms. And let it begin to move up your arms to your elbows. Just moving up. Bringing greater awareness to to the space between your hands and your elbows. Observing that space, the energy beginning to flow by intention. Where your mind goes, energy flows. And now let your mind direct that energy to your shoulders, from your fingertips to your palms, to your elbows, and up to your shoulders. And as you practice this more, you'll be anchoring in your consciousness more into the body, being able to feel the parts of your body very clearly as the energy, which is the energy of consciousness, being conscious and feeling that energy as your body. Because ultimately, the new science, quantum physics, the matter doesn't even exist. It's all just frequencies of energy. Our body is frequencies of chaotic energy or harmonious energy. So we're always using the pure energy of gold in our imagination, letting that light flow up to our shoulders and now our chest. Now, if we were just doing a healing meditation on our body, we would do all of the different organs in the body. But this is more about manifesting in the outer world what we want to create. But we do want to connect with our body. So our chest, filled with golden white light, divine energy feeling our chest. Now let it going down to your belly, Take a deep breath in, let your belly expand. Exhale. Deep breath in, let your belly expand. And one more time. Now let the awareness go down to the pelvic region and down to the knees, down to the ankles, fingertips to shoulders, to belly, to the legs, to the knees, to the ankles, the sole of the feet and the toes. Pulling energy in, directing that energy, and now let it go up to your knees and the front of your legs. And from your knees to your pelvis, to the base of the spine. Let the energy begin moving up the spine. A few inches, a few more inches. At the beginning, it's an abstract feeling, but it becomes more and more concrete as you're directing the energy. It takes practice. But just putting your awareness there, letting it move up the spine to behind the belly button. Now moving up to your heart, behind the heart, the spine, up to the neck, to the back of the head, filling your head with light, beautiful white light, using the gold frequency. And then to the forehead, to the center of the brain, to the pineal gland, the center of the brain. Light, energy, flowing from the back of the head to the forehead, coming back to the middle of the brain, and then crossing from the right ear to the left ear. Crossing at the pineal gland, lighting it up. It's the awakening of the pineal gland that allows us to connect with that source energy, the divine energy, to transcend the physical to the source of the physical. That's our connection. And this practice helps to detoxify that pineal gland, which hardens for people as they age due to fluoride in the water. Now taking the fluoride out, which is a good thing. This practice, just letting the energy flow from the back of the head to the front part of the brain, crossing the center, the right ear to left ear, crossing the center. And now from the center to the top of the head. From the top of the head, coming down to the base of the spine, making a big cross. Energy flowing from the base of the spine to the top of the head, from the back of the brain to the front of the brain, from the right ear to the left ear, the left ear to the right ear, all crossing at the center of the brain. That's your pineal gland. Allow the energy in your whole body to light up your body, increasing the energy flow, being receptive to more energy, to create more motivation, to ultimately create more gratitude for what we have, for what is to come, for confidence, for excitement, to believe what's possible, that we can have, that we deserve, and we ask for help. So let that energy flow from the forehead now down to the throat, as the tongue touches the top of the roof of the mouth. From the throat to the heart. To the belly button. To the base of the spine. And from the base of the spine, imagine the energy going to the top of the head. And now imagine the energy from the top of the head coming down to the base of the spine. So that is learning to move the energy in your body up and down, creating a circle, a flow of energy. And now we create a flow of energy moving out from our fingertips into the golden bars, like we're offering this energy up to the divine through the golden bars. So here we're offering the energy out. Let the golden bars absorb any negative energy, all negative energy, just block divine energy. And it shows up in the theta field of energy as we go into the emotional state of what we're frustrated about. Usually frustration is wanting something that is taking too long. It's not happening. We start to lose our belief that it's going to happen. So let yourself look at what's frustrating in your life and give yourself permission just to also feel angry that you don't have it, that somebody's in the way, somebody's keeping it from you, something's keeping it from you, or even be angry with yourself for not taking action. Feeling frustration, feeling angry, feeling what you want and not having it. Any frustration or anger that's inside of you. And maybe there's just frustration, or maybe there's just anger. Let it be. Feel it and let that energy flow out. And with the frustration of things that are happening, let yourself go back in time as far back as you can go to a time when you were frustrated and you weren't able to get what you wanted. Maybe you blamed yourself. Maybe you blamed your parents. You were angry, frustrated. Go back to that time. And maybe you can't fully remember. Many people can't. Just imagine a time knowing what your childhood was like. I went back to a time where the bus was waiting for me outside and I couldn't find my notebook. I couldn't find my homework. I was so frustrated, so frustrated. I go back to earlier time when I was on vacation with my family and I got lost. I was so angry. I don't want to be here. I want my family. I want to be with them. And I scan around some of my experiences. I was being bullied as a little kid by the older kids in the neighborhood. They were scaring me. They had taken off the clothes of a little boy who was littler than me and thrown his clothes up into the tree. And they're all laughing and laughing. And then they all looked at me and I started to run. I remember mama, mama, mama running home. They never got me, but boy, I was scared. Just settle back at that time. I was so vulnerable, so scared, be angry. Those boys are mean. They're cruel. Also, I was so scared. These are all your theta states to go back and feel so deeply the way little children can feel it. And then I'll let myself go to times when I was sad. Remember one time my dad had this big box, a big present at Christmas time. Everybody was jealous of me, all my brothers. What did Johnny get? What did Johnny get? Made me feel so special and important. Opened it up, and it was a toy Ferrari car that you use pedals to drive. But I thought it was real. I was so excited. I got in that little car and wanted to turn it on, and it was just pedals. And I realized that it wasn't real. I was so sad. I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried. Terrible, terrible. Now, as an adult, I feel so much compassion for my dad who was trying to make his child happy, trying to be a good dad, do something special, felt proud of himself. And I'm over there crying. But I didn't know that as a child. I just knew my feelings. I was crying. I didn't get what I wanted. I was so sad. I remember another time I'm sitting by the heater. Heat would come through one of the vents, and I'd sit there and kind of meditate and cry on a rainy day. I'd think about homeless people having to be out in the cold under the bridge, feeling sad for them. Sometimes we're sad for our parents. I remember when I had to go to school, to kindergarten, I cried and cried. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Don't make me go. I felt so sad. I felt so afraid. So I was sharing these to help rekindle any memories for you, just to feel the vulnerability you had as a child. That's the theta state. That's where we're connected most to our soul, to the source of who we are. We have this ego of who we are today, and then we have this eternal soul. You can call that the other self, which is always there. We're just not aware of it. But in these meditations, we become more and more aware of the other self, the part of us that's always observing, watching, learning, growing, guiding, if we can listen. Our conscience. But when we're feeling the negative emotions, we're connecting always in that theta state with the other self. We may not be aware of it, but we're connecting to it. The emotions connect us to it. And certainly our positive emotions connect us to it as well. But sometimes because we push down the negative emotions, push down our ability to feel emotions. Most adults do not fully feel the way children do, the joy, the happiness, because they push down and don't want to feel the painful emotions of sadness and fear. Feeling embarrassed. I remember my mother asking me, "What did you learn today at school?" I tried to say it, but it was so incoherent. I was so embarrassed. I wanted to say something she'd be proud of me about. And she wasn't hard on me, but I felt so embarrassed. Recall a time when you were punished or you did something wrong and you felt guilty. You felt shame. How you felt regret. I remember as a teenager feeling regret that I didn't have a lot of friends. I wasn't invited to certain parties. I didn't know how to date the girls. It seemed like the older people, their people were going to parties. Sometimes I didn't even know what the parties were. And then I would go and I'd feel I didn't know anybody. And I would go home. Those were painful moments. And certainly there are lots of positive moments, but right now I'm just focusing on the negative moments. I wasn't very popular. I regret it. I wasn't popular. I wasn't in the in crowd. I was shy. I felt held back. We're just letting ourselves connect with some of the more painful moments in our life. Letting that energy flow out into the bars of gold, because it's always that comparison of other people can have, other people can do, and I can't. And that's what we feel as little children sometimes. It's a limiting thought, that limiting thought. It's a limiting belief that I can and I will. I have the opportunity. I have what I need. I'm in the process of having what I want. All those positive, motivating thoughts, they get dampened when we suppress our emotions. First, we feel negative emotions. We don't know how to deal with them, transform them. We just suppress them because we need someone who will say, I understand what you feel. So as you go back to the past, imagine yourself being a child, having a painful moment, letting the energy flow out as you're feeling those emotions. As the energy flows out, let it flow back in. As we imagine having a parent listen to our feelings with empathy and understanding. It's a major part of the healing, is just having someone hear it instead of just being holding it inside ourselves. So just imagine you're sitting alone at night, feeling sad or feeling afraid or feeling angry and frustrated. And a parent comes into the room to love and support you and be there for you. When I count to 3, I'll count down from 3, 2, 1, and you imagine the door opening. 3, 2, 1. And the door opens, and you imagine a parent coming close to you. You feel their energy presence. At the same time, you're still feeling the energy flow from your fingertips into the gold and coming back to you. And that coming back is this imagination of the parent coming to you, responding to you as you cry out. They hear you and they say, tell me what's the matter. Help me understand what's the matter. And now you share what's the matter with them as you feel the presence, the loving presence, an understanding presence, someone you can talk to. And you share with them your feelings. They say to you, what are you frustrated about or angry about? What are you feeling? What do you need to tell me? What are you sad about? What are you afraid of? Feel the part of you that's afraid of not being good enough, afraid of disappointing your parents, afraid of not being the best, afraid of not being loved. Just feeling that part of you that is afraid, feels pressure to be better, needs help, needs love. So the energy is flowing out as you're feeling the pain of the child, and you're also letting the energy flow in, imagining the parent listening to you as your energy flows out. They're understanding that you're angry. They're understanding that you're sad. That, and they're saying to you, I understand you're sad. I understand you're afraid, and I'm here for you. I love you. You can always come to me. I know what you need, and I promise to give that to you. Imagine how you would feel with your parents understanding you and loving you more, understanding what you need, being able to be present for you, hear your feelings, make changes, support you in your life. What is it you need to hear from them? What are the words you need them to say to you, which will represent the actions you need them to take? What do you need to hear? I love you. You're smart. You're beautiful. I'll always be there with you. I think you're wonderful. I love you. I'm happy to take care of you. You always deserve love. You're just the way you're supposed to be, and life's just going to get better. So lucky you're in my life. Imagine having that love and support. As your heart goes out, energy flows back with love and support, love and support, love and support coming into you. As you imagine now, let the energy come up from your heart to your throat and express to the parent what I need you to say, what I need you to do for me. What is it you're wanting? What is it you're feeling? Let them know using the phrase, your love makes me feel. Your love makes me feel safe, loved, happy. Take a moment to analyze why you're happy. It's because you can have, you can do, you can. Your love makes me feel strong. Your love makes me feel motivated. Your love makes me feel confident. And now, as you imagine that child, give that child the ability to know how it feels and then to affirm the truth of what you're feeling in that moment. I am loved. I can have what I want. I deserve to be loved just the way I am. And bring that feeling into present time. I can have what I want. I deserve to have what I want. I will have what I want. I'm able to manifest what I want. Right now, I'm in the process of moving forward to get what I want, to make my dreams come true. And feeling right now what it is you're wanting, and let energy pour down over your whole body. Imagine a shower of golden white light pouring down over your body as you start feeling in present time what you're wanting, what you want to achieve, what you want to do, what you want to be. What expressions of abundance do you want in your life? What creativity do you want in your life? What motivation do you want to feel in your life? And as the energy is increasing, bring the energy down from the top of the head to the forehead. And using this phrase of confidence, right now in my life, I'm in the process of making my dreams come true. I'm in the process of being healthier and happier. Right now, I'm in the process of increasing motivation to do what I have to do to achieve my goals. And let the energy flow down and increase your confidence. Right now in my life, I'm excited I'm grateful for the love and support I have in my life. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm happy I get to make my dreams come true, help other people, help myself, have good fortune. I'm confident that right now I'm in the process of doing that, and I can do that, and I will do that. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have, to do, to be. Just feel some of those feelings inside. And the more you can feel it, the closer your desire is to being fulfilled. The energy is increasing, it's accumulating. Put your arms all the way out. Imagine a cocoon of golden white light surrounding your body to the length of your arms going out, spinning at the top of your head, spinning round and round and round and round to your shoulders, all the way out to where your arms are, starting 2 feet above you. They go back up to 2 feet above you, surrounding you, a golden ball of light, spiraling down, weaving it around you to your shoulders. Bring your hands back down to relaxed position. Let it come down your body to your belly, around your belly. Expand it out all the way down to 2 feet below your body, as if you're floating in air. Cocoon of light. As the energy increases, it spins faster and faster. Imagine it spinning one direction, coming down. Imagine it spinning, going up. And now imagine more energy coming into your life, and the cocoon of light expanding out to include the whole room that you're in. And because we're in different parts of the world, just join with me as we become one. Awareness expanding out. Come to me, to my office here, and my chair surrounding me. We all together expand out here in California, all the way to Southern California, all the way up to Oregon, Washington, Canada. We're expanding out all over the whole continent, including Texaco, Texas, and then Mexico, and all the way out to Florida, up to East Coast, all within this cocoon of light expanding out, including everything. Because what we're doing is becoming one with the life force of the universe that's everywhere, putting our awareness everywhere, expanding from North America to South America, all the way to Antarctica, the bottom of the planet, all over to Africa, South Africa, all the way up to Egypt, the whole continent of Africa, all the way to the Mediterranean, the Middle East, all of Europe, up to England, Norway, expanding, including Russia, the Baltic states, Asia, expanding, expanding, including Australia, North Pole, South Pole, the whole globe within our big ball of light. We've expanded to include all of that we know of, and then let it expand what we think we know of to the sun, which we see every day, the moon. This year I have big goals. I may not achieve them all, but if you shoot for the stars, I'm sure I'll get to the moon. Expanding out, the sun, the planets, Venus to Mercury to the sun, you've got Venus, Mars, there's Saturn out there, Neptune out there, Uranus out there, Pluto out there. And the good news is that Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn, which is our abundance, restricting it. The teacher, that which controls, holds us back, but then eventually motivates us to change. That's what's happening now. Pluto has moved into the sign of Aquarius, the sign of freedom. This is a year of great freedom, transformation. Pluto, the sign of suffering, because when we suffer, we say it's enough. We finally suffer enough. We say, I'm going to change. This is the time to move forward, to find your freedom, freedom from your suffering, freedom from your doubts, freedom from what holds you back. And like pulling the arrow back on a bow, we've been pulling it back for the last 20 years, preparing to shoot forward into a new life of freedom, to make our dreams come true. This is the time, including the whole solar system expanding out, continuing to expand out. And our body, it's like literally energy flowing out and energy flowing in, expanding out. And as you gather, as you expand out, get a sense of I'm moving out more and more, but also pulling in divine energy. The more open we become, the more empty we become, the more we can receive more. So we gather energy in. Bring your hands back so more relaxed as you're expanding out, gathering. As you gather, you penetrate, penetrating out in all directions. As you penetrate and you gather, penetrate and gather, concentrating the energy, and let your awareness go to the base of the spine, concentrating your awareness there. As the energy is coming in and becoming a part of you, all that divine energy, all the truth of the universe come into you, flowing into you, concentrating in. And as it concentrates in, you go back and you penetrate even further out to clusters of galaxies. Your galaxy, space between the galaxies, clusters of galaxies to infinity. And from that penetration, bring it all inside of you, you merge. Just imagine melting into the wholeness, like a sugar cube dissolving into the ocean of divine energy, unlimited, dissolving. And as you infuse, as you dissolve, and you also concentrate that energy to support you in making your dreams come true, calling it forth to manifest what you want in your life through your actions. You infuse that energy, going out into it, bringing it back in, going out into it, bringing it back in, till there's a feeling of permeating all existence. And as you permeate and you infuse, continue to infuse, it becomes integrated as a part of you, that sense of wholeness, a part of you, pulling it in more and more, like a vacuum cleaner, sucking in the energy of light, increasing the energy. Let it go up to your third eye, your forehead, and let that energy radiating out. Now it's light. Light of your consciousness, the divine consciousness. That you are a being, your mind is radiating light. Clarity, motivation, truth. radiating out love. And as you radiating out, penetrating out, permeating out, integrating in, as your awareness goes to the top of your head, just imagine that all that is within you. You are a reflection of that divine energy. You're reflecting that light. And as you reflect the light, also radiate the light. It's coming from you, and you're a reflection of that. You have the feeling of oneness with the light, feeling of oneness, becoming the whole. As you are but a little reflection, like a wave on an ocean that you're one with, you're reflecting that light. You're one with that light. You now exchange energy with that light, exchanging energy with the cosmos. You go out, and more comes into you. In spiritual words, often the feeling is, I am that I am. And then embody the energy. I am that I am. Just feel that you are embodiment of the divine energy of the universe. You embody that. Your whole body is made out of that light, that energy, that pure positive energy. And I went a little overtime, but good to be one with the universe at this time. Feel our oneness, because we are one with the universe. We're a wave on the ocean of the all. Feeling as an embodiment. Now let yourself dissolve even more. A letting go, a surrender. You don't have to do it all. It's all being done through you, and for the world. Dissolving. And as you're dissolving, and at the same time embodying that, you experience the source within you, the other self, your soul. Where everything comes from within you is where everything comes from everywhere else. But you are a point in that wholeness, manifesting a uniqueness. As you return to self, feel your desire now. We're about to finish our meditation by just feeling what you want. With the help of the universe, you can do whatever it is your soul desires. What is it your soul desires? What is it for your highest good? What are you here for in this world? What do you need? What are you willing to do? What is it you're wanting? This is your soul's desire. When you connect with your soul's desire, within that is the confidence that you can have and that you will, and the motivation to do. I feel the gratitude to be alive at this time with so many desires that can be fulfilled, so much joy to be felt. Feel you're grateful. Feel your happiness as you imagine having all is becoming. It's in the process of becoming right now. It's already in there. It's unfolding. It's a part of you coming forth. I feel your excitement. I can, I will, I deserve, I believe. And just let yourself bring your hands together, rub them together, and feel gratitude. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, divine, positive energy. Thank you for coming into my life. And thank you for all the people that love and support me. Feel some warmth. And then now, um, put that over your face. Let that energy go into your eyes to see clearly who you are and what you're here for, knowing you're not alone. And everything that's happening in your life is not against you, but for you, helping us learn our lessons, motivating us to grow more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Happy New Year, everybody, and may your dreams come true. For extra help on your relationships, you can go to marsvenus.com. We have lots and lots of blogs and classes, particularly for women. Our most popular class is Understanding Men. Right on the home page is a free course. Sign up for that there. You can get our mailing list to receive little messages when we have classes. I have a class coming up in March here in Marin County. I hope some people can join. You can check that out at events on my website, marsvenus.com. Come join me for my classes. And it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday we end around 1 o'clock. So you can catch airplanes to go back to where you need to go back to. But you have to fly in, I guess, on Thursday. We start 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday. It's happening. I believe it's March 13th. Maybe not sure on that, but you can go to marsvenus.com and you can find out all the details of that class and sign up. Sign up now. It's a good idea. That will certainly support your relationship dreams, but also learning the techniques for healing the heart, practicing in a group of people, healing your past. A lot of the things we learn in these meditations, we learn there, but in a very practical level with other people. And I help to answer your questions about relationships. It can be very helpful. One step in the right direction. Change your direction and everything changes. Your whole destiny changes when you make a change, even a little change. Now everything changes. Just a little sharing with people. If you learn palmistry, you can sort of know a little bit about yourself or a lot about yourself, depending on how expert you are at palmistry or the palm reader is. It's a whole science. And the lines on your left line tend to indicate certain things, and your lines on your right hand, your dominant hand, I'm right-handed, tend to change a bit. If this is what you're set to be, your karma, what's going to happen. And then the right is what you make of it. You may change your destiny. And there's a line, which is your destiny line on your left hand. Well, that destiny line completely changed its direction on my hand. Now it, to a great extent, it disappeared. And I feel that gave me an awareness of we all come in with a certain biological destiny, even. We could change that. And I think by the different health practices that I've been doing, by my choice and my willpower and my openness, that I've changed the length of my life. Even the lifeline is like way much longer, and the destiny line is disappearing, to where you're left in a place of you're actually creating. Whatever happens is not necessarily destined, but you're creating it to happen. You're in line with some higher potential unfolding, what wasn't automatic. And life is filled with karma, where things come to us. And generally what happens is you react to that, and then the universe reacts back, and you react to that. And that's your destiny of automatic. But if you learn not to react, but to respond according to your highest intentions, then you're free from the program karma of the past. It still comes, but how you react to it allows it to not continue going on its path. You transcend that. You're free to create the life that you want, the world that you want to create. And as you create that world, your timeline becomes a new timeline, and good things happen for you and everybody in your timeline. So it's an interesting thought, sort of esoteric thoughts. I did emphasize today that the energy to make your dreams come true, and this is manifesting meditation, is to do something to create physical change in your body. It could be losing weight or building muscles, but when you can see that you can create change in your body, there's a feeling, a real strong feeling of I can. You see it. It's the most strong thing about you. So then that feeling of I can creates excitement, and it's excitement that motivates you to take action to achieve the goals that you're here to achieve, or the other potential to achieve. And hopefully you can use this guided meditation again and again to connect with your inner potential to make your dreams come true, what you choose your life to look like. You have the power to do that. Your past karma will come and knock you over and whatever, but you don't react back at it. You rise from the ashes like the phoenix. You become, come back to your true self again and again. And the more you do that, the more your power to create a different reality than you were programmed to experience due to past karma. So this is called freedom. And as I mentioned, this is the time. This is an amazing time to utilize this ability to be free from the past and move forward by going into the past, feeling the emotions, going into the theta state, where you could then change automatically by feeling the feelings of a child, and then being the adult, hearing the child, loving the child, supporting the child, believing in the child, and then letting that come in. You changing literally the effects of your past, that which is stored inside of you, creating a new past that supports you in being free from limiting beliefs, the beliefs of I'm not good enough, I can't, other people get, I don't get, what's wrong with me, all these kind of limiting feelings that we can have by comparing. Comparing is the thief of happiness. It's the thief of your inner potential. It robs you of your ability to be true to yourself. And as children, we learn everything through comparing. So we want to go back in there and experience the reactions of comparing. Oh, they get that. I don't get this. Can't have that? Why am I this way? All of our traumas are in there that we're not aware of. But the more you bring it up with your emotions, see what comes up, feel those emotions. That puts you in the space, your body frequencies into transformation, and then come into the positive emotions. And then we went to the higher levels of just calling in the other self, the universal energy inside of us, expanding out and increasing in. All those words that I say tend to just shift the energy as I'm moving up and then down and then up and then down and then up and then down to my heart, radiating out. This has been my spiritual journey, and those words tend to capitalize or express those different states of consciousness, even to just have that feeling of, okay, now I'm merging, or I'm going beyond, I'm permeating, I'm expressing. These are all different words that shifts in states of consciousness until we're able to come to the heart, which is radiating out with love and enthusiasm, excitement, compassion, empathy. All those good things come from our heart, using our mind to go through everywhere and coming back to the heart. All right, so let me see if I covered this. And if you want immediate transformation on something that very exciting, increases the energy of excitement, is to lose 5, 10, 15 pounds, 20 pounds in the next month. And just 1 week, losing 5 pounds, 8 pounds or something, and continuing on. If you just do a week of the program that we recommend, you'll lose the 5 to 10 pounds in a week. But if you go off of it, then you usually just get it right back. You want to stabilize it by doing it for 4 weeks. So it's a 4-week transformational program that we recommend. We call it a reset of cleansing the body and detoxifying the body, all the cellular detoxification. And you can go, there's a link there. Let me see what that link says. That's our John Recommends Weight Management Program. I am fitandfree.com. okay, you can go to that website. You can also go to marsvenus.com. At the bottom of the page, there's a little thing that says contact us, and then you'll actually have someone to coach you through it. I'm not sure that this website actually brings you to some of the products I recommend, but it's good to have a coach, free coach, to recommend how to use those products and give you motivation and support you through the program. I mean, we just will help you. Your success is our success, and we're very grateful that you're part of this, our Radiant Mind Meditation group, and also part of Soul Search. Just to share a little bit about me for those that hang in here, I'm very excited. I'm starting a world tour. I'm going to go to 50 cities this year, and I'm going to write 10 books. How am I going to do that? I have no idea, but it feels exciting to do it. And when you shoot for the stars, if I'll probably get to the moon, so I'll just do my best. I'm not stressed about it at all. I'm excited about it, and I share that excitement with you. And hopefully, you can hold big dreams, go beyond what you think, and if you go for the stars, you'll probably make it to the moon for sure. So set yourself up for activating your potential to draw on the support to make your dreams come true in this new year. You can always go to Soul Search and discover where their events are. You can go to those events. You can also go to marsvenus.com/events. You'll see when I'm being at one of the Soul Search events, and also my own 3-day workshop that I'm going to be doing in March. I'm going to do it. Maybe that's the only one I'm going to do this year. Very important for singles or for couples to improve your relationships. If you're in a relationship, motivate you and understand the dating process of finding the right person for you. Discovering why you have certain patterns in relationships, what they are, how to change those patterns, and how to create more love in your life, more happiness, and create a life of motivation. Also, I talk about sex, how to have great sex, how to we at marsvenus.com, we also do have a course on sex, secrets of great sex. It's very fun. It's a 6-week program. It's very fun. There's a book I have, which is called Mars, Venus in the Bedroom, which also explores those in details. If you have a sexual partner, it can something you could read together, one chapter at a time, and apply what you learned. It's quite fun. It's quite a delightful book. It's, some people think it's their favorite book by me. I felt so much love when I was writing it because it's about making love, and what a gift to be able to create a relationship where you can then make more love. Not the only way to make more love, but it's a very special way that many people would like to enjoy. So we provide the support for that. So I think I've covered the basics we talked about. Oh, I forgot to mention also at the top of the page at marsvenus.com, there's a button you could push for men or for women. And that button for men or women, it will bring you to Amazon to my only supplement product that I really, really recommend. I used to recommend 40, and so many other people do that, but this is one that most people don't recommend, and I think it's the most important one, which is it's called elemental orotates. It's elements or minerals, certain minerals bonded to uric acid, a substance in mother's milk that delivers those minerals into the brain. Most minerals do not go across the blood-brain barrier. You don't need to have a lot of them. They just need to get in there. And your body may need lots more minerals, certain ones, but your brain only needs certain minerals to cross the blood-brain barrier. Uric acid helps it to do that. And then I have, I think it's 7 other adaptogens. These adaptogens help to lower stress in your body to balance your hormones. So we need our behaviors to balance our hormones, but also these adaptogens can help on a physical level, working together. Our goal right now, a lot of my work, you can see, let's see which one of my books right over there, right there is the book Beyond Mars and Venus. That's where I explore how through your behavior and your relationships and your mindset, you can change the hormones in your body. For men, how to create more testosterone. For women, to create more hormonal balance between estrogen and progesterone and testosterone. The whole program in there. There's a course my daughter teaches as well. Besides understanding men, you have a course called How to Get Your Me Time. me time, you time, we time. And that one is all about balancing your hormones and balancing your life. Very supportive for women. Women are always talking about work-life balance and creating time for yourself. And, some women go, well, I have so much time for myself. Well, what you want to learn is how in your relationships, when you get into relationship, how to balance that with your me time. And certainly in how to form relationships in balance so they're more successful and they last longer and help you find your true love. So for single people, this is a possibility. So I think I covered the basics, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again this year. I may not always be doing our classes with Soul Search and with our meditations. I don't know exactly how that's going to look because I'll be on the road a lot. If I'm going to do 50 cities in this world tour, we're ramping up for that. And so I may not be able to do these Radiant Mind meditations. But we have them for now, and I'm really looking forward to continue sharing with you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and let this be a happy new year, and bless you with abundance and success. And may all your dreams come true. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 a.m. for the Radiant Mind Meditation with Dr. John Gray, the #1 trusted relationship expert, the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. What many people don't know is that John Gray spent 9 years as a celibate monk and the personal assistant to the founder of Transcendental Meditation. During this time, he learned powerful meditation practices and techniques